Welcome back, everyone, and we do have all the players in the server. The god himself of Asian Counter-Strike Bentet is back in the server, so we should be going underway. You can see him sitting there, standing there, Crusader is just gonna, I think it was the coach who was in the server as well. But we have everyone in, so we should be going live very quickly. Pilly, are you excited? Because I'm excited.
I am so excited because this game could potentially have such a huge impact on this group. If we see some ridiculousness out from 5Power, then this could definitely be a dream crusher for one of the teams in this group. And one of them has to have their dreams crushed because we can't have all of Tyloo and Vici and MVP make it through. Yeah. I can't assume that 5Power's not going to either. Let's I see the rest of this map.
Look at the pace being set by Tyloo here towards the apartment. Somebody, of course it's going to be somebody. He's going to open things up. Viva is going to fall. As Dobu is all alone at A bomb side. 5Power and Gamble that's keeping 3 players towards B initially. And now they're going to be rotating back. And Xiao Sage is in for a very, very rude awakening. He has spotted one player out. He's going to pick up one. Yes, he is, but now he's stuck. He needs to somehow get one more kill to take him down. Unfortunately, Bentet's going to get a jumping kill and somebody. This guy is just everywhere. He is a monster. He is a beast. He's a sneaky, solid snake here. And they're going to be going back to A. What is this, Pilly? What is this genius play coming out from Tyloo?
Somebody making the mid-round call. He opens up the round. He gets the second as well onto Dobu and 5Power. They are absolutely bamboozled.
They have been completely bamboozled, outplayed, out-aimed, and completely destroyed. Fancy. His pistol work is so good to look at. It's so sexy.
Can you think of another adjective for that?
Good.
Fancy, perhaps?
Nah. That's really low-hanging fruit right there.
Yeah, perhaps summer fruit.
I don't like you anymore. Anyway, 1-0 to Tyloo with a beautifully played round. And Summer was pretty much, somebody was pretty much the linchpin of that round. He basically determined exactly how the round would play out. And now it is going to be a full eco for 5Power. Nothing invested whatsoever. That should make you a little happy, though.
I don't know, I actually like the force buy on Inferno, to be honest. I think it's, if you get a force buy on any map on the CT side, second round, Inferno's the one to do it because you can use those smokes to slow people down. Lots of close range angles you can use to find the pistol kills.
Why would Cabal have that range?
I don't know. Maybe,
They're trying to drop one down and get the kill, maybe?
Yeah, probably.
Well, the B-bomb site taken over by Tyloo and Summer. Fancy. He's hungry for more. Duadaba actually gets a kill. And wait. Are they leaving the bomb?
No.
Why did everyone just leave
got
the
it under
bomb?
control.
Alright. Somebody is on the hunt. He's going to get smacked down. That was scary.
Yes.
That was very scary.
That actually could have been the end of the round if Shuatai had killed Bentet there. Regardless, Bentet's got it all under control. It's fine. He is all-knowing. The Indonesian god himself. Now, 5Power. Not the best buy in terms of the utility, which is pretty important on your Inferno. You need your Molotovs to be able to take banana control properly and all that kind of stuff. Tyloo, they're going to be heading straight up banana. Looks like they're going to be in bully mode as somebody forces his way up here. Now Sage just drops the nade, and I don't know if he's going to go aggressing there. I would not recommend it. Look at the pace that Tyloo's set here. 1 minute 30 seconds, and the first smoke has to be expelled there by 5Power. Don't really have any utility to be leaning back on, so it feels like if Tyloo goes for this B execute, that could be the end of the round, but they're not going to do so.
Somebody still floating around. I think he's going to remain here for a while.
Yeah, he's just going to maintain that control. And now Tyloo, with how quickly they've taken control of Banana, have now taken Bracket and Apartments. 5Power, they've got no map control, they've got no information, and they've got no utility. Not really sure how much of a chance they've got into this one. Tyloo's played this one perfectly. They've limited how much information they can get. They've sorted out their utility, and now they can go for that execute onto the B bomb site. The only question is going to be Cabal. He has that smoke that he could drop as well as the counter flash, and Xiao Sage is in a really good off angle. So if they're able to make use of those 2 key factors, then they could potentially still come away with this round, Blair.
He's got to do it now, though. He's going to do it. It's going to be a little too late. Alive. Finally, Excor takes him down, and like you said, Pili, Unfortunately, the smoke was a little too late, and apart from that, they had nothing working for them. And somebody, again, what a beast. He pushes in alone. He was separated by that smoke from the rest of his teammates, but he yet somehow manages to get the kill. And with that, the side is in control with Tyloo, and they'll make it 3-0. We might even see Fancy going for the hunt here, perhaps.
Tyloo just 100% did Counter-Strike in that last round. Like, that is exactly how you do it. They went and they took the banana control because they knew their opponent's economy was limited. They bullied them out of banana. Then they went back very quickly for carpets and bracket, pushed their opponents back there. They went for the execute and, you know, perfectly went in for the entries and closed it out. I couldn't really ask anything more of them. Really a pretty near perfect round inside Inferno from Tyloo there.
So good that 5Power, the 3 other players, they just realized instantly there's no point going for this retake, boys. They hold on to their guns, and that means they can eke out a buy here. I think of Famas. Kamal can drop an M4. That's exactly what he's going to do. No.
They're just going to save into this one and build up their loss bonus and their economy going forward. They have a decent chance to be able to win this one. Like I said, the CZs and armor with the smokes in the right positions can potentially push and pull where Tyloo can and can't go and put them in an awkward situation where you can have a lot of impact with those pistols. Now, Tyloo taking carpet control. They will potentially move their way into bracket a little bit later on. Somebody just towards banana, looking for control there, but Attacker's the one to open things up towards apartments. Now Beaver's going to push up and try to trade this frag back. Knows how low Attacker is. Does get it.
Just walking without this. No trouble finding the frag. That's 2 players. Look at this rotation coming out from Tyloo immediately. No, they're actually going to be falling off back again. And now Dobu left alone. Backup is far away, and if they're pushing a little bit more faster, they can get there in time. Xiaosagi, they haven't spotted anyone else. They have no should be calling for backup now. Yes, he does. And he's just holding this all alone. What a monster. And this actually be Tyloo's, but somebody first finds one before Xiaosagi trades. And if Tyloo had just been a little bit more quick in deciding which side they're going to hit, they could have probably taken that one.
Yeah, it looked like both of the 2 different Tyloo players on either side were in completely 2 different mindsets. 2 of them were trying to force things up A, 2 of them were trying to run back towards banana. And unfortunately, that indecision and hesitancy is what Dobu takes full advantage of. Now much better buy across the board from 5Power. It's going to be the AWP over for Viva. It's like 3 players for 5Power over towards banana, trying to take control there. But Tyloo exchanging utility, Molotovs up top because they're doing what they can do. And they're going to force the fight here. Excellent stuff from Tyloo, cutting the team in half with the Molotov. And somebody just rips 2 heads off, Blair.
What is this guy made of? But they won't be expecting this. Another player ready and waiting, and Dobu, he's been a beast, but he is getting flanked, and he somehow is holding on. What a beast, but Bentet will finally drop him. The smoke is dissipating. There's a huge gap in it, but that's okay. The re-smoke comes in with a simultaneous flashbang, and now a 2v3. This retake is going to get a little rough here. Viva with the op. The M4 was Schwaderpie. They don't have a kit either. They have to pick it up from one of their fallen comrades, and they're going to be just getting the hell out of here. Tyloo going to make it 4-1.
That was an excellent job by Tyloo. Again, what an impressive play that was over there towards banana for them. They Molotov the main area. They just locked that 1 player in towards sandbags. And after 5Power, they expend so much utility towards banana trying to take control of it. Tyloo just don't care. They wait for the Molotovs to run out. They Molotov main, flash that player towards sandbag, hunt him down, and then somebody banks his head off as well as his mates. And that was all there really was in that round for 5Power, unfortunately.
Well, this is looking, like you said, Pelly, looking a little grim for the boys in 5Power. Their firepower is lacking.
Yeah. See, they're going to pause. That pun was so bad.
Thanks, man.
Tactical pause. Just
I'll take it as a
have to think about that one.
Tactical pause from 5Power. What are they going to do here? Can they buy? They can, kind of, but they really shouldn't be because they just have, I think, did they save 2 or 3? They saved just 2 guns.
They saved 2, so
yeah.
I would recommend just, again, like the other round, buy the pistols, build up the loss bonus and give yourself an opportunity to be able to win in the round with just the combination of the pistols and the rifles. But at some point, you really have to start putting rounds on the board, and preferably when it's not either Tyloo misplaying by being too hesitant or option B, Dobu shooting 5 people in the face.
Yeah, I think if the Cabal and Dobu dropping an ace every single time is a win condition, it is going to get a little tricky here.
I mean, it barely scraped them through Dust 2, and on the other two maps, yeah, it's been good for a couple of rounds, but
I did hear this is a Tyloo pause.
okay.
That's interesting.
Well,
And I like it. I like that. You know, sometimes when you're winning, you just want to throw things off and just call a pause, just switch things up completely, make your opponents overthink things.
it could be.
Although at
I
this,
think it's more of like a pause where that maybe the coach is trying to make a specific point and trying to really say like, hey, you know, this is what we did well in this round, or blah 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 blah. This is what we could have done a little bit better. This is something I just noticed that you need to keep in mind going forward. All that kind of stuff. I think really tonight has seemed like Jonta's been in control for the most part. Like they're really trying to play proper CS, and it's been impressive to see. Although, you know, I like it from Tyloo, but some small part of me, Blair, like the little Asian Counter-Strike fan inside of me, just wants them to go full Asian CS. I don't want to see them start to play structured and properly. I don't care. I just want to see them go full, you know, old Tyloo, bang everyone's head off all the way to the #1 spot in the world. But unfortunately, it hasn't really worked for him.
Old Tyloo was a thing to behold. It was like, it was terrifying, it was frustrating, yet at the same time, deep down inside, you're like, yes.
I know, but like now that they're getting coached and they're getting smarter, it's like it's almost like you're killing them. You're killing the old Tyloo. They're never coming back.
You know what? That's probably for the better. The new Tyloo could actually win something.
You guys heard it here first. Feel free to quote Blair. He is a trader now.
I'm not a trader. I'm the man who loves this the most. But here we go. It is going to be just some pistols being purchased, like you said, Philly, equalizing the money out. They do have the AWP and the M4 in the hands of Schwaderpie and the... Although, unfortunately, the B bomb site just has these two players with the P250 and the CZ.
So the flawless banana control taken by Tyloo again very easily. They expend that smoke onto CT to try to force any utility that 5Power might have before they go for this execute re-smoke on the CT. And there's the Molotovs over the over the top there for Tyloo. You did your best, Cabal. You gave it a real good shake of the sauce bottle, but unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, and I like how controlled Tyloo are. Like, they get the kill at B. They've done that execute. They execute smokes, and now they're gonna walk on out towards A, clear things out. And 5Power have no clue what Tyloo are doing. They have two players behind us there. They know where the AWP is, and now they're gonna be walking straight. And somebody's gonna clean up Dobu. This is the player here. And taking it so very passively. It's somebody walking into P250 that's a giveaway, and unfortunately, he needed to get that kill. Somebody, I don't even know how he got that frag. Triple kill for the man, and it's on Viva all alone, and they know where he is. And look at that man. Look at Fancy just floating around towards the apartments, ensuring he doesn't have that one avenue of escape has been cut off, and now the hunt is on.
That is scary. You're pointing somebody up banana every single round, and it doesn't really feel like 5Power have an answer for it.
Viva, he had to do something. He was trapped there and bent it immediately. Gives him a lobotomy with that ultimate Kalashnikov. 5-1 for Tyloo. And for 5Power, well, the buy is going to come in.
So again, Cabal over the last couple of rounds, and we've been criticizing him for his heavy purchases in those save rounds. He had the flash and the smoke again over towards that first orange position with the CZ and armor. Look at his utility now. He's got one smoke heading into this round. You need the utility on Inferno. He's over towards B as well. Like, come on, man, you need the Molotovs and stuff. Tyloo is absolutely out-utilitying them towards Banana every single time, and they're doing it again. They've cut them in half with the Molotovs. It's just Cabal stuck at sandbags. He's crying. He's alone.
They know where he is, spraying him down and bent it. That's an overkill as well. A headshot, a Xiaosa gave. Now comes the shine. Unfortunately, just finds one more kill. Now, they might not be expecting the third player here. And the man is Dobu, the one guy you want to be there, Viva. Patient, unfortunate attacker finds him, and will that force him to go all the way back to A, or they're going to commit to B is the question. Smoke's going to be deployed towards coffins, and look like they're going to be committing to this. So this could possibly work out. Look at the number of flashbangs being tossed. Schwaderpie is going to be blind for days, man. He's going to come pushing, but Dobu, what a spray, but it's all alone. It's a 1v2. It's a 1v2. He's still taking the fight, and Dobu, can he pull this one off? He's down to 31 points of health, and Execute on 75 will head for that A bomb site, and Dobu is still sticking around. Rather than a couple of warning shots, just trying to pre-fire on an angle. but Extra's having none of it. Just making his way all the way to the A bombs. And unfortunately for Dobu, this is going to give Extra an entire year to set up wherever he wants to.
Whole year to build himself a nice little house in the apartments there.
Get a girlfriend.
Get the furnishings, you know.
Maybe even have a kid.
Potentially.
Potentially.
He is pretty young, so maybe not.
I mean, depends. I know some people who got married very young. They're all depressed now, though. Dobu has got no kid. He just has to stick this. And he's been punting, unfortunately.
He did the best, mate.
He did the best. He did the best he could. Left and right, right and left. Spin that mouse around. But Extra's going to clutch it out. That was a little surprising from Tyloo. Once Attacker got that kill onto the player over at A. Started pushing down mid, and he had so much. They had so much time as well. It kind of felt like they forced to issue that. That's the first time I've seen them do that in this entire map.
Yeah, definitely was a little unnecessary. A bit like Viva buying himself MP9 and armor. Come on, man. I'm just sick of it every single time. 5Power, like you guys spend so much on these half save rounds. That works out for Viva though. Only finds himself one. But this round is getting very messy indeed for Tyloo. This might actually be where 5Power can come back into this game.
Did you, you were saying you wanted to see some classic Asian CS? There you go, 5Power. I think they heard you, Pilly. When all else fails, push down and get the kills. Oh, this is perfect. This is perfection. Although, never mind. Schwaderpie shuts him down with the deagle. Of course, they lose all the buy rounds, and then they push in the pistols, and it will work on out.
It will work on out, but that is not going to win them this map, I don't think, Blair. And if they continue playing the way that they have been on the gun rounds, Tyloo just systematically outplaying them towards Banana, taking map control wherever they please, doing whatever they want, and they're doing it damn well. And unfortunately, 5Power, it's good to see you guys win a pistol round and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to need to see a little bit more on these gun rounds.
The thing is, though, at least for a change, 5Power finally have all the utility they need. It almost feels like for most of the times they've had really nothing to work with. Xiaosage with the that was the sexy spray transfer. Decapitates somebody and is looking for more. Almost finds Exker. Exker's so very unlucky and lucky at the same time to escape with his life intact. And my lord, that was insane with Xiaosage. And Fancy, it's all about timing. Spots out a player, finds Dobu. Now they know where he is. He's going to peek on out jumping, but Viva catches him. And it's all on his Attacker and Execute. Attacker's the one player who's got to go up here. Flashbang is good. He will not be able to do much. He sees the Opera out. He knows there's a player towards Pit as well. And Viva, I think, even got the wall bang there. And that's going to be 5Power. 3 rounds now. As they slowly but surely are trying to claw back into this game. And Tyloo's money, finally, Pilly, is looking a little rough here.
And those utilities definitely were the difference maker over towards Banana there. You can see 5Power through that deep Molotov. Tyloo put it out with the smoke, which they ended up running straight through into Xiaosage's crosshair. Not to mention how much damage they were doing with the HE nades there, striking those down Banana. So maybe I'm being a little overcritical of 5Power here, as they are starting to adjust over towards this Banana in the last round at least. However, they are going to need to keep their money nice and healthy heading forward into this half, so I don't want to see them lose any extra guns to pistols.
Well, Viva should be careful here. He is dancing with death, the dance macabre. But fortunately, Cabal is there to get the frag. He doesn't get to anything with that AWP. So 5Power, solid round, just 1 casualty, and they pick up the AWP as well. Cabal will probably drop it over to 5-0.
So in this round in particular, Tyloo doesn't actually really have the utility to be able to play that contestion game over towards Banana. They have pretty limited util, not enough Molotovs to really separate those CTs like they have been over towards B time and time again, and isolate that sandbag player. So they're going to need to think of a bit more of a creative solution in this round in particular, or maybe go for a bit more of a set play. Like a pretty quick one up second mid and apartments from most of these Tyloo players, so maybe some kind of an A execute coming out. Either that or they're playing a setup which leans heavily on retaking Banana later in the round. Looks like the former, as these players are very much moving quickly up towards this A side of the map.
Side of the map is where this inevitable hit looks like it is approaching. It's still pretty early, though. It's a pretty early coming. And look, what is that from Attacker? What are these entries? Pilly, please break that down for me.
So it's really just Tyloo changing up the momentum and trying to get out carpets very, very early before 5Power really expect it. They haven't been too active in that part of the map, apart from just when they're taking their default map control, cleaning out Boiler and taking carpets before they set up to take Bracket or after they've taken Nana. It's been a more of a slower approach from Tyloo, and in the late round, very much they've been heavily leaning towards that B bomb site. So nice change of pace from Tyloo, just getting very, very fast up carpets. A quick smoke from middle into Moto, and a nice flash over the chimney, which Attacker actually beats the flash. He jumps out in front of the flash, and that kind of, I guess you could call it random timing, is what makes that work so well, honestly, for Tyloo there, because 5Power, it doesn't give them enough space to be able to drop the Molotov as those flashes are coming in, or be able to separate these Ts behind a smoke, because Attacker's, you know, jumping out there like Superman.
I love that. Like, Attacker jumped up without the flash, I do believe. Or maybe
And
the
then
flash,
they all started looking at him and got
then
flashed.
it's brilliant stuff. The small little switching up coming up from Tyloo. Fortunately for 5Power, they saved us 3 guns. And on top of that, they have quite a bit of money still in the bank, at least for a couple of these players. So that means they have whatever they'll need to fight for the next couple of rounds. The question is, Tyloo are just looking so very good on this T side, despite having lost 4 rounds. 7-4 is no score to scoff at for Tyloo. And with 4 rounds remaining here, they'd be definitely looking to get to 10 rounds.
So it looks like 5Power's actually for the first time been successful in taking this banana control. Viva was the one who was over there earlier, who's used his smoke towards the bottom. And now Xiaosage is going to be left there with Cabal to just jump spot that area and smoke the bottom of banana. But it looks like Tyloo's going to go back to what worked for them so well in the last round. Smoke onto jungle side and flash over the chimney as they look like they're about to bust out apartments.
Solid shot up high, and it's given away his position. Unfortunately for all, he does find a kill. That's a great shot from him. Somebody needed to get that kill, and he will finally get found out someone. The problem is the smokes have deployed. That means no one's in the A bomb site, and it has to come down to Dobu. He's got to do something crazy. What is going on? Oh, Dobu, Jesus Christ! He controls the spray, turns it into a burst, and finds a second kill. That should never have happened, and now that gives his team a very good chance of winning this retake. It's going to come down to the Indo God himself, Bentet, and Mr. Summer. And Summer, he's already on a 2K. Can he do more?
Great setup, though, for Tyloo.
The read is good. The flashbang is great, though. And Bentet, he's above. He finds just one. It's all on the last man. But Viva up close and personal with the AWP will ensure that they do manage to win the round. That was all Dobu, man.
Where were those flashes? I'd love to see what flash they just flew. It seemed to like that they just flew. It did kind of fly. Seemed to just like land in the sky just above both these Tyloo players' heads, and it didn't really blind those 5Power players coming in. So that was one hell of a retake flash. Felt like Tyloo didn't really have a chance trying to hold on to the post plan of that bomb site. So excellent stuff from 5Power. Obviously, Dobu and Shuadapai did a excellent job in that round in particular, making a big impact despite that execute coming in for Tyloo. And it did kind of work, but there you go, weird stuff in the mid-round. And an individual play again goes the way of 5Power. Shuadapai is absolutely nuts as he's pushing down towards the end of that carpet area. Looks like Tyloo's well aware of this, and somebody is hiding in the smoke, as he often does.
Shuadapai finds one. Quick trade comes in, of course, with the 4v4 will always favor the player. Look at somebody, man. This guy is such an ass sometimes, but he's gonna get caught on out. But he will be found by Cabal. It's a 2v3. If I was playing with somebody, man, I would be so pissed off. There'd be a lot of broken keyboards and mice. But he does kind of go in a little too much. Viva will turn around and finds Bentet and Excrude both. So that's 5Power slowly starting to mount a couple of rounds together here as we do enter the penultimate round of this first half. 14th round rather. And for Tyloo, are they going to go? Oh, they're going to go for this, Billy. They are going to go for this. We have a P90 in the hands of somebody. Are you really surprised? Not really.
So it's going to be interesting to see if they go for this same apps bust or whether this is a faster play towards banana this time around. Looks like they might be setting up for this same play towards apps, this same execute, and Shuadapai is going to be the player. And he drops the Molotov actually very early on here, so they might not have that to hold the push later on. In fact, they only have one on Dobu, who's actually hiding towards Graveyard, which might be a very, very key position for 5Power. Smoke will slow down this execute from Tyloo, though.
I want to just point out something. Fancy had enough money to go for an AK and full Kevlar and helmet. Instead, he opted to go for the CZ and the utility.
Well, where's he standing right now? He is in the apartment, so he's probably throwing those chimney flashes for his teammates.
I'm surprised Cabal's still sticking around here for so very long. Oh, but Schwada Pai, jeez. 2 kills for him, and Dobu is there as well. Bentet finds Viva. In the meantime, Dobu replies back on to execute. It's all in Fancy. Picks up that AK-47. Bentet and Fancy. Fancy drops a nut. Nice movement there. Spots out a player on Graveyard. He's not able to quite land anything, though. And he's so very low here. And look at where the player is. It's Xiaosage with the AWP. However, the AWP means if he misses the shot, he's done for. And he misses the shot. Bennett gets the kill. That's a B-bomb site. And Bennett can make this happen. It's a race for the B-bomb site. But I think Cabal should be able to make his way there in time. He's got a smoke and a flashbang as well. But it's Bentet. And he is... Oh, he turns around. But he's blinded. And Cabal, he announces his presence. They know exactly where he is. But they can't cross on over. And Summer has got to go in dry.
Why did Summer use the smoke on Coffin?
I have no idea, man. But Bentet with the AWP, we know what he can do. He does that. He should know there are 2 players there, and they're coming in. There's not much he can do apart from just go for the plant here. And he is indeed going to just tap it once. Spots one player out. The scope comes in, but not enough time to land a shot. And a valiant effort from Mr. Hansel Ferdinand, but 5Power will tie things up. This late resurgence from 5Power, giving them some hope in this map.
And so many opportunities missed in that last round from Summer. I mean, jumping out the apartments, definitely could have picked Dobu, but, you know, we forgive him for it. But that end of that last round, not smoking CT, instead smoking the Coffin and assuming that he could get across despite 5Power rotating across to that side of the map. We don't know about that one.
Because Benton was already there with the AWP.
Well, I guess, you know, you could say that he might be able to lock down that CT cross or whatever, but wouldn't it be easy to just smoke the CT side and have him lock down that Coffin area? I don't know. Mid-bus coming in here for Tyloo, and they've already lost one to Viva. Second one goes down to Shuada Pai.
Somebody run and gun, just doing a drive-by with a Magnet. Shuada Pai is somehow alive. He's just trying to rattle off a few bullets, trying to stay alive. He's doing his very best. Somebody doesn't stop. The guy doesn't stop, Billy. He just keeps running in with the Magnet and Cabal pushing it. And somebody please stop it. Like, they have families, man. Like, this is ridiculous. Finally, the madman has been put down, but then he's done enough. It's all on Shuada Pai in a 1v2. Philly, just take it away. I can't even, man.
He's like a little toddler. You can't stop him moving at all. He just runs around the playground.
It shoots everyone in the head. Yeah. It's like child's play if you watch a movie. It's like Chucky.
Why? Chucky doll with the Mac 10, and there's the 8th round for Tyloo.
That was all somebody, by the way, with the Mac 10. He literally did not stop holding the W button.
That is right. They were actually down a man or so in that round in particular, but somebody gets it all done heading into this little half-time segment now.
Even the third kill he got, just the second, the player just pushing through the smoke. That was insane. But you know what? We do have another half coming up. 8-7, the lead for Tyloo as we head to the break. Welcome back, everyone, to the second half of map number 3 between 5Power and Tyloo. This is the deciding half, at least in regulation time. You can see the odds are now really definitely swinging the way of Tyloo, as they have come out really swinging here. Although, they just have a one-round lead. It was on the T side of Inferno, Mitch, so this could get a little tricky for 5Power.
I think all things considered, it was a very good T side from Tyloo, and they should be feeling pretty comfortable heading into this CT side. 5Power. Looks like they are going to be flashing over Banana potentially later into the round. But right now, just the head stack. Fancy Summer. He had the supporting flashes to help his teammates out. But there you go. Sage opens things up. Bentet's left alone at the sandbags and gets his head ripped off by Sage as well. This man's on fire, Blair.
Well, they need to get some shots like that as Tobu joining the party, as they will come jumping and gunning into that B bomb site. Okay, Excurate catches Cabal mid-air. Nice shot, not bad, not too shoddy at all. But this retake is going to be nigh impossible. Attackers running in, and let's see what they can do. They don't have a kid, and he's managed to push his way through the coffins, and Excurate has to reload. Meanwhile, Flash is coming in from the T's. This is a very good post plant, and really not giving any opportunity whatsoever for these two lost CTs to go for this retake, as Excurate will fall as well. It's all an attacker, and he is finally going to get peeked and put to death by 5Power as they tie things up, Pilly. So, yeah, you know what? This could go either way.
It could go either way. It's a good pistol for 5Power to be able to get, not just for themselves, but also just to keep Tyloo's money nice and tight. I mean, into the next round, they won't be able to get all the Molotovs. Excurate might struggle to get himself an AWP unless he wants to glass cannon it. So he's going to get 5Power started off on the right foot for sure. Full save coming out from Tyloo, which indicates that they probably want to buy into the next round.
And, yeah, I guess they will, right? We do have 23.50 on Excurate. That could actually afford him a glass cannon. Yeah, he can probably go for the glass cannon there.
I'd like to see if Tyloo is going to go for this buy in the next round, though, that they don't just do a standard, like, 2-3 kind of setup. I'd like to see them get a little bit more aggressive, maybe the double carpet setup or something like that. 3 people down Banana with the double flash.
As they are gathering up for this. The 3 players, like I said, stacked there, but just the USPs will definitely not really help their case. These AKs and yeah, Mac-10s are going to just shred them to pieces here. I don't see any miracle round happening for Tyloo, but I saved that. Attacker actually got in the dink on his Sage, but unfortunately that's all he'll find, as Benton and somebody left an unenviable task of trying to inflict a little bit more damage. That's not going to happen. 5Power are going to get to 9 rounds, but now the buy is going to be coming in from Tyloo. The question is, Pilly, they don't have enough money to go for rifles and armor and utility. They have to make a decision as to who's going to go for the big guns and who's going to go for the utility buy.
Well, yeah, or they can just all get the big guns and play super hyper aggressive and go shoot 5Power before they can use their utility advantage to be able to win in the late round. That's what I'd like to see, but I rarely get what I want, Blair. It's a rough life for me.
Life is hard, but I mean, you do live in Australia where half the things over there are trying to kill you, so I can kind of understand why life would be a little hard here. Is Benton going to just push in and try to be a little cheeky there? I think he was trying to inflict some damage so they die from the bomb,
Well,
but
he
instead
picked up that play with the AK, and I think he was just trying to do a little sneaky one. The bomb was going to blow in his direction. He was going to try and pick it up, but couldn't quite get it.
Well, that's all right. They're going to go for the buy, and you're right.
No, you're right. 2 people went for the umps and utility.
Oh, yeah, they did.
You're the one that's right.
Yeah, but the other 3 guys went for the M4s, which means they do have the smoke, so at least something to work with. Well, Benton and somebody will be playing with the kits. Although both the players with the kits on the same bomb site is a little interesting, but, you know.
There's Tyloo just doing pretty much the Astralis, take a banana, smoke down the bottom, double Molotov, and in case 5Power was feeling like they wanted to force things, Bentet had the counter flash ready. And somebody even dunks the nade on Sage at T stairs, and then they just rotate straight off as soon as he's got this control. But 5Power, instant retake with a great flashbang. They've hit the timing to be able to put Tyloo in a very awkward position. They're scrambling to rotate back towards this B bomb site, Blair.
Oh, what is this madness? The flash is just pouring in blind here as Bentet, 16 points of health is all he has to work with. But he's gonna boost his teammate up. Experts taking down. Oh, they get sprayed on Xiao Sage. Someone told him that, hey, you know what? He should just spray through the smoke at that angle. They probably lined up, and they lined up for him perfectly. And now it's all on Mr. Attacker and Fancy. And now, as I take their name, Fancy is going to be left alone in a 1v4. But look at the health. If only he knew how low they were, he would have probably just pushed in to try and inflict some damage here.
And that's why you see often if you're a team that's going to go take that banana control, your solo player will just play nice and safe, jump spotting at the half wall and falling off to the appropriate angle. Unfortunately, often we do see this Tyloo team really commit somebody in particular to fighting down the bottom of banana there, sometimes flanking through that smoke and stuff like that. And when he has the UMP, he's even more incentivized to do that rather than play safe and jump at the half wall. But 5Power, nice flashbang over the top to the high left, and they run through and they punish him for it.
They do indeed. And now they are slowly but surely trying to increase the lead they have, because at one point Tyloo's going to have the full-fledged buy, and at one point they're going to try and shut things down for 5Power. These are rounds that they can't afford to lose. And we do see kind of like a kind of like a little bit of investment there. Some Kevlar, some pistols coming in, a few smokes, one flashbang, that's it. Fancy, if his positioning is right, if he gets the right angle, if he gets a multi-spray down, that could be the deciding factor here. However, he is in the wrong site. Actually, is he though? Yeah, he is. So just pistols inside his bomb site, and X-Crit just completely blinded. These are really nice flashes though. These are really good flashes.
They are. 5Power's looking good on their T side thus far, just repelling this anti-eco. Last round in particular, just a hard read and a hard counter on what Tyloo was doing in terms of taking that banana control. So now it's going to be the next round we're looking towards for Tyloo to get rolling on this CT side. They're only going to have so many more opportunities to do so.
Indeed, they will. Somebody with that deagle trying to be a pain. Oh, they should be careful though. There is a flank coming in. And Xiaosag is making a lot of noise while his teammate is going to be walking on up. And Summer just finds one kill. There was no way he was going to survive there. 5Power ensuring that Tyloo is not able to save anything into the next round, but that's okay. We have the money for the buy, and here comes the Yogs. The 4 Augs coming out, Pilly. Are you scared? Because I would be. Extra with the AWP as well. He's got Kevlar, 1 flashbang. Apart from that, Bentet with a solitary kit. The rest of them, pretty decent some utility as well. This is a round that's going to be very crucial for Tyloo to pull off.
I hate to say it, Blair, because I'm pretty sure that he's going to be buying me drinks tomorrow night. But X-Crit's been very quiet in this series, and he's having another quiet one now.
You can tell it to his face tomorrow.
I will. I'll say it to his face. And Tyloo going to be pushing down Banana, taking the fight. They do get that, but Dobu's taking out X-Crit over towards this bracket area. Dobu's been on fire tonight. Tyloo, they've won at one part of the map, but they've lost bracket. All they need to do is make sure that they survive over here towards the A-bomb side. But 5Power is forcing this fight. Summer, how is he getting away with just walking into dig late round like that?
Look at somebody's pushed up, but there's a guy in T-spawn. The bomb is coming up for alt mid. This is... what's going on? I don't even know if they hear each other. As Schwaderpie will be caught up in Pentet, and this is complete utter chaos, Pilly. The bomb on the back of Viva, the B-bomb site's completely empty. They have all the time in the world. They want to, somebody finds them. This is complete chaos. Someone holds me and tells me it'll be okay. But Tyloo, they win it, and that is just complete utter chaos. What was this bomb doing all the way back that late after they've already taken control of brackets? Somebody just running in down bottom of mid. So many mistakes, but somehow it just goes the way of Tyloo.
And that's just off the back of they take advantage of the map control that they've taken, whereas 5Power, they don't. They try to force their way up dig with just mainly the one player, everyone else being a little bit hesitant and trying to go wait for that bomb to come back while Dobu's trying to force the issue up dig. And Summer, very weird random timing for him to just walk back in towards Diggity, but you know what? It works out for him. And it does allow Tyloo to come away with that round pretty convincingly, and convincingly enough for them to have a very, very good economy moving forward.
Look at somebody, I love him. He's playing anti-flash and in the smoke. Like, every time I see somebody on the screen, he's doing something which is just, you know, out of context, it just looks completely ridiculous. But of course, there is a method behind the madness.
He's going to play in the same spot as last time.
He's going to walk on out?
I don't think he should. He has a whole lot of utility to be leading back on. There's no reason for him to be pushing at this point. However, Bentet does have a flashbang, so there is a potential opportunity for some real madness to be occurring here, Blair.
Madness is what I love. Man, what you all look at somebody just staring death
Look at
in
the firing
face.
squad. This is what it takes to beat somebody in front of a smoke.
Oh, he's gonna do it! Oh my lord, he does get a kill and he does so much damage.
The off angle.
Oh, Benton, he finds one. He's gonna stick around, finds another one, and now the 2v3. And in fact, can Extra reach there in time? Even though he can, that smoke is gonna bloom in time. And they will at least get the bomb. I'm a little surprised Bentet kind of went for that.
Why is Execute running straight through Ruins there in a 3-on-2? He's just given his life away to Viva.
I think he's kind of given up, man. He's having a rough time. Viva finds somewhere as well. It is all on Attacker. And you can see his insane crosshair movement. He's going to sneak his way up. This can actually work on out. This can work on out. Unless no one's checking him. No one's checking, and he finds one. Does he know where the second player is? No, he doesn't. Schwaderpai. He won't be expecting Schwaderpai. He will not be expecting him there. And Schwaderpai is going to peek. Oh, what is that from Attacker? What is that from Attacker? Jesus Christ. Oh, Lord. What a clutch. How did he win that? Billy, how did he win that?
You saw his crosshair movement as snappy as he's coming into the bomb site, and that's exactly what he needed. He's the snappy boy. And as soon as Schwaderpai, which you have to say, that was a bit of a messy spray coming out of New Box there. He should have been able to have that one every single day of the week. But fortunately, I thought like Tyloo sort of threw that opportunity away in the 3-on-2. Bentet and somebody did such a good job over there towards Banana. Extra a bit of an overextension there into Ruins that he wasn't necessarily required to do. But Tyloo still come away with it in the 1-on-1. They're battered and they're bruised. Both teams are in terms of the money. This is going to be a very important one as we're here at 10-11. Whoever wins this round is going to put a solid foot into the rest of this game as they move up into a lead and break the other team's economy. And look at this. Somebody who's got full control of Banana. He's just jump spotting. He's being a good boy this time. He's playing it nice and safe. And 5Power. They're grouped up in middle, but all of Tyloo are over towards A.
Of course, somebody all alone will walk on down to the bottom of Banana. Smoke, of course, being a source of cover, as he will slowly backtrack the way he came. The smoke dissipates.
We're going to go back for the Nana control now, Blair. And as long as somebody doesn't get caught, it should be totally fine. Oh no, it's a bad timing. This is some bad timing for somebody. How is he alive?
I don't know how, but he is very much alive. Benton peeks out mid. He finds Schwaderpai, knowing that it has to be the B hit. Somebody is still walking around. That means he's going to be caught out in the opening. Yet he still manages to get the kill before he finally gets taken down. Smoke's going to bloom. Are they going to be pushing in is a question. Nade right in the face. Takes a chunk out of Dobu, who's down to 48 HP. Viva taking the fight. Has done a lot of damage into Bentet, but he will have to fall on back. He's so very low. You can see Tyloo just pressing on this retake. Smoke deployed. That's going to, well, not do much as it has dissipated now. Xgrit got the line right. He gets the... No, he doesn't get the kill, but Attacker finds one. Attacker finds two. And it's all in Cabal, who finds one. He's got the clutch right. Finds another one, and he's sticking the bomb. Is he? Yes, he is. And now he taps it again. Cabal peeks on out. He gets a tag, but doesn't get the kill. And Attacker, again, another clutch out of nowhere, despite a valiant effort from Cabal.
This should be 5Power's game right now, honestly. All of these rounds.
How are they winning these rounds?
Tyloo, I don't know, Blair. I really don't know. But they're going to win it. And that is going to put 5Power on the half bite, which at the moment, the way that Tyloo's playing sometimes, I'm getting a bit nervous about the fact that going up against Pistols and Utility in this round in particular, 5Power all storming up second mid, looking like it's going to be a bit of a Carps bust potentially. And never mind, they heard what I said. They're looking to be contrarians maybe. Oh, never mind. Looks like someone's probably disconnected again.
Yeah, probably.
Why does this happen, Blair?
I don't know. At least it's not Bent that is disconnected. I think it's one of the 5Power guys. But yeah, scores are tied. This game is... It looks like it's going down all the way to the wire, man.
These rounds have been absolutely insane. My voice can't take it, Blair.
Yeah, I'm losing mine as well. We do have a restore coming in, don't worry. The round is not live, for those of you who are wondering why players are just running around doing nothing. We will have a restore coming in. Don't worry, don't panic. Scores will be 11 all. 5Power with the light buy, just like an investment in some CZs, and of course a little bit of Kevlar some utility, which, like you mentioned, Pilly, it's not. It definitely can be deadly in the hands of these players.
It sure can, and Tyloo, if they miss a single beat, they misthrow a Molotov or don't throw a smoke at the right time, and that could be the end of the round. 5Power with a bunch of pistols in their face, particularly running out that carpet area. Could be something scary for sure.
Well, to be honest, this map has absolutely delivered, though. We were kind of thinking Tyloo just might run away with this, looking at the dominant performance on Mirage, but yeah, 5Power showing they do have what it takes. Although, that being said, Tyloo, a few rounds here and there where it's a very far cry from what is on Mirage. Like, for example, that one round where somebody was pushed down Banana, and he got that one kill, and Bentet had the off angle, and he went for the fight. Like, Bentet, I knew, would have probably just, like, thrown a Molotov or a nade, or maybe got one kill and fallen on back instead of going for a full commit.
That was fine, because in the off angle and the position he's in, he doubles up, and he does a really good job of it. Honestly, not the worst thing in the world for Bentet to be doing, although he did have the Molotov. Depends what school of thought in terms of the counter-striking you're thinking of, but he gets them the man advantage, but obviously, you know, somehow that still came down from a 3v2 for Tyloo's favour into a 1v1, I think both of those times.
Yeah, it did, and both the rounds were won by Tyloo as well. So this could easily have been a 13. Sorry, yeah, a 13-9 in favor.
This could have been, yeah. 5Power could be literally about to win this game.
And that is the thing about this game of Counter-Strike. Small little things like Schwaderpai completed whiffing that spray on attacker, was defusing it. He should have got that kill. It should have been insta headshot, and then of course, that previous round where, well, that one you really can't blame Cabal. He did whatever he could. He actually landed a shot as well. Unfortunately, or rather fortunately for Attacker, he jumped at that moment. So if Attacker hadn't jumped, it would have been a 1v3 for Cabal. So small little things. You really can't blame 5Power for it. It's just unfortunate. But at least one thing they should be happy about is despite the scores being tied, they are almost winning these rounds. They just need 1 or 2 rounds going their way to break Tyloo's economy completely.
That is right. These have been close rounds indeed, which is going to put Tyloo in a pretty bad money situation. Man, my throat is really giving me issues today. 5Power, they are on the half buy. Not as much utility as they had in the last round in particular.
Score is, of course, by the way, 11 all. It is not 12-11. That will get fixed at the end of the round. It is tied at the moment. It is not 12 for Tyloo. And you're going to be bursting out.
There's only 2 players over here towards A, Blair.
But look at the guys pushing down mid, though. If somebody makes it there quickly... Oh, no, they're going to be wrapping around. Bentet! What are you doing, Bentet? Dobu just runs and guns, and now they're wrapping towards the B bombs, and somebody's there, but he's alone. Are they going to check this corner? They don't, and oh no, he kind of whiffs that. He could have at least got a couple. As Xiaosagi finds Attacker, this is not looking good at all, Pilly. As Extra with that op on that side, he needs to do something. He does pick up Viva. Now it's a 3v2. Make that a 2v2. Extra just knows Xiaosagi is going to be pushing down mid towards Banana. He finds another one. And what is he doing? Why would he do that?
Just a quick reposition, but I have somewhere to be, man.
Why would Schwaderpai do that? I don't understand. And he's been spotted out, and it is against Fancy. Fancy with a UMP. He knows where both the players are now, and he's got a smoke for CD spawn. He doesn't have one for the bomb, though. And is he going to stick it? He's just going to stick it. He's going to stick it. He's going to stick it. He gets the defuse. He gets the defuse.
How is this happening?
What an absolute madman, Fancy. Oh, my lord. This is the third 1v1. The third 1v1 that Tyloo have won in a row. And this time, Fancy just pulls off a Houdini. Are you all right, man?
Yeah, oh my God.
Oh, I love this game so much.
I don't think I've ever seen Bentet look so clueless. He's like the most sharp, smart player I've ever seen, and in that round in particular, he was just making his way through CT spawn. I think maybe that might have been one of those communication errors, one of the good old.
Or maybe having headset would help.
No, I think it's literally a case of Bentet's, you know, it's obviously the Indonesian and the Chinese players, and these Chinese lads have gone mid. And Bet's like, oh, they're in mid, no worries. I'm just going to make my way over to jungle and help out. But their mid means CT spawn, actually.
I'm sorry. I'm having a rough
Oh,
time.
the airstrike. There you go. Ben 10 and somebody locking down this banana control with HE grenades. And somebody, you know this man's itching for more. He's in the corner. He gets blinded up. But Jobu walks straight past him. What is going on? Somebody here at 1B's another player. He's running for his life. What the hell is going on?
And B's completely empty, but 5Power probably thinking at this point it's probably a fake. They probably have one guy inside the B bomb site, as they will be heading towards the A bomb site.
Taka, he's walking up. He's on the aggression.
What?
What's that? He's got both the kills. Excurate went back over to B to defend it, but now he's going to have to get a wriggle on in through CT spawn. Blair.
Man, listen. They need to win a clutch. They need to win at least one clutch.
Excurate's got this, mate. Easy clutch. 5Power, they're not allowed to win these.
This is by far been one of the most ridiculous rounds of Counter-Strikes I've ever had the pleasure
there's
of casting.
no way. Oh no, the smoke on the bomb.
He spots him. Oh,
no!
He actually lands
He
it.
doesn't defuse. He didn't press E on the bomb.
Oh, time remaining. He doesn't even have a kit as well. And that is the round. 5Power. Finally, the gods have smiled down upon them. They win a clutch. Oh.
And Tyloo's broke. All those rounds, winning the 1v1s time after time after time. They've got no loss bonus player. They've got no cash. They've had to spend it every single time. And do you know what that means, Blair?
What does that mean?
That means they're buying the pistols and the armor, and that's where things are going to get absolutely disgusting in this game. 5Power, they finally do come away with the clutch, but at what cost?
I like how you're completely red in face right now, Billy. You're like so red in your face.
Because I can hardly breathe. I'm trying to laugh and cast while I have laryngitis, and it's like literally the most terrible thing. Trying not to cough, and I'm trying to play by play because you're just losing your shit over there.
I think you might not survive today. I'm a little worried for you, but who's going to survive in this game? That's what everyone's worried about, not about us.
Honestly, if 5Power wins this game, this is going to throw this group into complete disarray. This is going to make things so messy. And here's the Mag 7 from somebody. He's solo up top of Banana, and you know he's hungry for the frags, Blair. Look at him. He's crouched. He's ready. Here come that boy.
Is that going to be a boost? Oh. He knows there's a guy just close by, and Viva plucks his head off. Somebody was perhaps pushing his luck a little bit too much there, and he will get punished for it. And now that leaves Bentet alone. He's got a Molotov. He had a smoke as well, which has already been deployed. However, the fact that he's alone means he will be calling for some backup, and backup's arriving in the form of his Indo bro. That is extra. And look at mid. Look who's there. It's Attacker. And he gets shut down immediately to A bomb site, completely bereft of any counter-terrorist presence. And that's pretty much around there.
It is, and 5Power, they still have 5 players alive. Look how much cash they have in the bank. Tyloo, they're totally broke. They need to hold on to these weapons. They need every single bit of weaponry and armor that they can get, because they have only like 2 loss bonus built up at this point. 5Power, they're going to get onto 13 rounds. Tyloo, they're never going to quite get max loss bonus again on this CT side, despite how the rounds pan out. So Tyloo, they're actually in an awful scenario here on Inferno. They're not going to be able to get orbs. They're not going to be able to get the utility that they need. They're going to have to play disgusting, messy Counter-Strike to try to come away with this 5Power. That every kill that Bentek gets with that UMP gives him so much more cash to work with.
Problem is, they are hunting them down, and they're running out of time as well. But
oh my god, 1,200 in the bank. They both get AKs. That's actually huge.
That's a win. That's a win right there for Tyloo. I like what 5Power did. If they took away those guns, Tyloo would be completely in the dumpster.
Yeah.
But the fact that those 2 AKs are there, I know the money is really bad right now, but a few pistols, maybe some Kevlar, maybe the pistols getting dropped by Bentet and by Fancy, that could make things a little bit more rougher for 5Power.
What? Are they buying or are they not buying? Somebody spent all this cash on utility.
Somebody's the sort of guy who does not give a damn.
I mean, I guess he's over here towards the B side of the map. They are going to throw those utilities, but that's exactly correct from 5Power. They recognize they have the economy advantage, so Southstage can just put out that Molotov, and that's the second round in a row. Somebody's got picked on Banana, and Bentet is just sat on the B-bomb site with the smoke in hand going, all right then, I'm all alone.
The thing is, 5Power once again, even though they have control of Banana, even though they're pressurizing it, they don't really overcommit. Although now we see everyone else pushing in, but oh, this could be great. Look at the timing on the peak coming in from Tyloo. They're pushing down mid as well. Are they? No, they're just pushing down alt mid. They know it's going to be the B hit, and they should know it. Yep, and Benton has the AK. If there was time for him to come alive, now is the time. He's waiting at the edge. Finds one, finds two. Doesn't get a third kill though, but he does his best to make things a little bit more possible for his teammates. But considering the fact the attacker just has a USP to work with, this might be a little too impossible.
Honestly, like, I hate to single out players, but somebody is making this 10 times easier for 5Power because he's just throwing away that pick towards Banana every single round.
It's about bringing balance to the universe. You've seen somebody win rounds by doing some of the most somebody things on the planet. And, well, I mean, sometimes he's got to, like, you know, do some things which doesn't work for his team, balance things out,
Like,
you know.
spend all his money on utility and now have $2,400 in the bank on the buy round they have to win to not lose this game and this series.
Yeah, that's the only chance. I mean, it's giving them a handicap, like 5Power, otherwise he's just going to win this, you know. I mean, they're going to struggle otherwise. So let's see what he does. MP9, I've seen this guy just run in with dual Berettas and shotguns and Negev, so it really doesn't matter, does it?
All right. So CT side, there's 3 of them over here towards Banana, trying to take control of that area, and Southsage is the player over there. Once again, he does burn to the Molotov, puts it out rather late this time, so he's lost a large portion of his health, and if Bentet releases that nade into the right spot...
What? Why would he nade into somebody?
Because somebody's pissing him off, man. He keeps throwing away the first pick over towards Banana. Somebody's...
Oh, do they know? Do they know? Everyone's blind. Xiaosage walks on out. Oh, how is he alive? I don't even understand. But Benton with a spray. I thought he would get the second kill. He doesn't. He does a bit of damage.
Summer on the off angle. They're not going to expect him here. There's no way. Easiest kill of his life onto Fever. Attacker in the open. Why are they tweaking mid-try?
What is Extra doing? Still looking down mid. He didn't react at all to the fact that a player just killed his teammate from Boiler. And now it is all on Summer. 1v3. I've seen him do some crazy things, but this could be a little too much to ask of the man. He's going to fall on back. In fact, he gets taken down. 5Power, 15-12, 1 round away from taking down Tyloo. Who would have thunk it, Pilly?
Dobu's got 31 frags. It's unbelievable performance from this man, digging so deep to bring 5Power through this series. I would love to see what his stats are at the end of this best of 3, but I really have to say, Blair, Tyloo, they have thrown this game in the bin. I'm going to need to see all of these lads bright and early with Jonta slapping them on the wrist with the ruler for this one. Unbelievable. 3 rounds in a row, somebody gets picked first in Banana.
Yeah, that's kind of like, you know, that random teammate in matchmaking you have who's so tilted out of his mind that he just keeps rushing mid and dying on purpose.
And it seems like there's massive communication issues, like constantly between these the Chinese and the Indonesian players. They're getting caught off guard. Bentet got caught off guard in CT spawn against those pistols. Excurate didn't even know where to look when his teammate got picked from Boiler. Like, it's just ridiculous. Now they have no good weaponry left. They're trying to win the round with UMPs and shotguns. Let's see if they can do it. If 5Power wrap jungle here, though, it's going to be an extremely hard round for Tyloo to win. Good smoke de-incentivizes them to do it from X-Hero, but they're going to flash straight through it. This is the perfect strat to be calling from 5Power. Unbelievable call from them. And again, it's Dobu. Of course it is Blair.
It is Dobu, and it is all on Mr. Bamsley, who just finds 1 kill, and that should be it for Tyloo here. Ladies and gentlemen, 5Power in their first matchup against, well, I think the number 1 seeded team, the top seeded team, Tyloo, against the lowest seeded team, will fall, and it's all on somebody to somehow make up for this, but it won't happen. Xiaosage will find the kill. 5Power will take the series. It is going to be 2-1, going the way of 5Power.